time to square off. Here we go. Good counter punching. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. There's a counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. We wanted action, and they are delivering. We've seen this fighter in the past go 12 rounds and not have a mark on their face. That's what happens when you stick and move. You hit and you don't get hit.
Do not give an outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And he scores with the counter. Sugar Ray Leonard days. Leonard took a big shot and down he goes. And you can see here on the replay a perfect body shot and he dropped like a loose suit.
I've got to see that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Let's talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial. Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us. What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
They better start respecting each other's punching power. He just missed with that left jab. Beautiful counter punch. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Nice counter. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
They exchange punches. That counter punch caught him clean. That punch lands. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. And Sugar is in trouble. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Sugar. On to the third. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on the end. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
He threw a punch and just got countered. So much firepower here. counter shot. It's all offense all the time. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. The perfect counter lands. That counter shot lands. What skill? Hold that thought! Oh, Leonard just got rocked! And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that line.
That's it.
There's the bell for round 4. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
They're both trying for a knockout. Perfect counter shot. Catch and shoot. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. How about that time counter shot? Good counter punch. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Punch, counter punch. That left hook misses. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them. Finally, things are starting to heat up now as we enter the 5th. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter shot. Do you believe what we are seeing? Beautiful counter shot. Nice counter punch right up the middle. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Whoa, Johnny! And Sugar Ray is rocked! appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
This fight may stop here considering all the bruising and swelling on the face. And the referee will allow this to continue. Talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Wow, it's like...
There's the bell for round 6. After that last round, something has got to change.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Couldn't land that jab. Well done with that counter shot. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Swinging it. And the big Mexican monster is down. Cue up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
I need to see that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Will we continue?
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
Oh, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
Need to pick things up here in the second half of the round.
It's that for ever hope. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He should be behind on points up until the last 10 seconds. But he's fighting like he's going to pull it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
Can't find a home in that jab. Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about David Benavidez that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
I love the response.
And there's the bell for round 7. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Can't find a home for that jab. Punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Nice counter punch. Every time, a very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round.
Switched up. Get your mind back on the job.
And we enter the 8th round. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
And he scores with the counter. Jab slightly off target. The jab doesn't quite connect. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at a middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point. They have no respect for each other's punching power.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I gotta respect.
I don't know, I gotta take another look at that.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
No surprise there,